2006.
Good evening, I'm Terry Moran. Tonight, more good news about the real estate engine that's powered the economy for so many years. Good news tempered by increasing concerns that the good times are coming to a close, perhaps to a crash. The Commerce Department said today that new home sales hit an all-time high last year. That's the 5th year of record sales. Almost 1.3 million new homes were sold in 2005. That's up 6.6%. But there are signs this winter of a cool down, or worse. Dare we say bubble? It's a deeply important matter because so many Americans have invested so much of their hard-earned wealth in their homes. So we thought we'd take a new look at the real estate market and start at the top, where the country's most famous real estate mogul's having trouble selling an apartment. Well, if Donald Trump can't strike a deal, what does that mean for the rest of us? So here we are, home sweet home.
Home sweet home.
It's a dream apartment on posh Park Avenue in Manhattan. 2 floors linked by a grand staircase. 5,200 square feet. Gourmet kitchen, terraces, 42 arched windows looking out 31 stories over the big city. Everything a guy could want. I'm sold.
Great. Congratulations.
How much?
$31.5 million.
Right. Okay, so $31 million is a bit steep. The real reason we came to this high-end, high-priced pad in the Big Apple is to ask the question, is there really a real estate bubble? And if so, is it about to burst? So we talked to the developer of this one-of-a-kind property.
You have, 360-degree views, from the apartment.
Meet Donald Trump Jr., Donnie, the 28-year-old son of the Donald, and now vice president for development in the Trump organization.
It's always kind of a show, building apartments that I can't come anywhere near affording.
Donnie Trump has been in the family business about 5 years. Boom years. Some of the best years ever for real estate. And he's still bullish. I hear people say, the bubble's about to burst. The air is coming out of the bubble. It's over.
But who's saying that? That's the real question. Notice that, before the hurricane disasters, well, the bubble was the biggest story in the world. The world got boring again. Yeah. And they say, let's talk about a bubble. Now the bubble must be back. Well, nothing happened in that 3 months when everyone was predicting a doom and gloom scenario. If it could stay like this for the rest of my career, I'd be really happy.
You've never had that big downturn. You've never had that big correction.
That is what, when I start getting a little bit too aggressive, when I say, let's go, let's go, my father's always like, you haven't seen the bad side of things. So he does preface, I'm still young, and I'm 28 years old. I've been doing it for 5 years, so, I've been in pretty good times.
Dolly Lenz is the real estate agent for our Park Avenue Palace. She's a veteran of the New York real estate wars, and she knows her market.
Having been through 21 years of markets, up and down in New York City, the only time there was real panic was, let's say, 90, when it was overbuilt. There were 10,000 one-bedrooms on the market. It was ludicrous.
Dolly Lenz says in her world, there's no sign of a downturn. You don't have a concern that the bubble is bursting?
Not at all. Not in New York City. I can't speak to the nation, but certainly not in New York City. The supply and demand ratio is perfectly balanced, such that everything that's built should be absorbed without a problem.
People are going to hear that, and they know this real estate market's crazy, that it's gone insane. And you're saying, no, it's rational, and it's still going to go up.
I believe it's rational, it's still going to go up, and I believe whoever doesn't get in now may miss it.
You're selling now.
Maybe. No, but really, everybody who told me 2 years ago I'm going to wait is shooting themselves if they waited.